Okay, and I think we are just about getting ready for our annual co-ed black and white scrimmage. We have the Black Fridays in what I can only assume is black against the Cyber Mondays in white. And right away for the white team, we have number 775, Vanessa. She is going to be your lead jammer. Nice pivot on pivot action for Meet, Chip, and Die. We got our first star pass of the first of this bout, and Vanessa calls it off, holding the Black Fridays scoreless. And of course, the holiday season is all about not just old traditions, but making new ones and breaking with our long established Derby After Dark tradition. This bout will be PG. We do have a juniors game going on track one, so we're going to keep things a little cleaner than usual. And second jam of the bout, we have, oh, this is Ready Set Riot, number 88, jamming for the Cyber Mondays. Going to be joined by number 69, Star, for the Black Fridays. And we have our first power jam of this bout. Star getting called out on a penalty. This is going to be a power jam for the Cyber Mondays. Ready, Set, Riot, of course, longtime jammer for our hosts, Lansing Roller Derby. And she's going to get caught behind Nasty of the Black Fridays, holding down that line at the front. Temper, meanwhile, looking to make a hole there at the front of the pack, but she's going to get held back by number 149, Bam. Oh, Ready, Set, Riot is out. She's going to be your lead jammer. And we have both jammers in. Star has done the crime, and now she's done the time. Taking a dodge off of a Cyber Monday there. Ready, and of course, this is Star's initial pass still. Ringmaster gonna force her to the back of the pack. Ready, Set, Riot. Meanwhile, on that scoring pass, Black Fridays, of course, yet to get on the board in this bout. Star looking to change that. She's got to get through that tight knot of Mondays. Would it be in poor taste to say that Star has caught a case of the Mondays? Too bad. I just said it. Really nice blocking there from both teams, but it looks like Ready, Set, Riot stole 2 points there for the Cyber Mondays, bringing them up to 6. Black Fridays yet to get on that board at 0 points. And we've got Jax on the jam line there for the Cyber Mondays. Of course, I can't see who's on the jam line there for the Black Fridays. And Jax has to line up almost all the way around the track, courtesy of a Black Friday. Nice sandbagging there. And nice blocker on blocker action there in the middle of the pack. Oh, look at that. Jax, faster than fast, coming up against the back of that pack. Anarchy getting hung up on Eat, Chip, and Die there in the back. Cutter and Rogue, meanwhile, holding down that line in the front. Chip looking to break things up for his jammer. And Jax is out. Jax is going to be your lead jammer. Anarchy, meanwhile, looking to get that star pass. Rogue, of course, looking to block that star pass. Jax coming around for the scoring pass. And that's going to bring the Cyber Mondays up to 10. Black Fridays yet to get on the board as Anarchy looks to get that star pass. Oh, number 43 is going to take a tumble at the front of the pack. That is Daisy Doom. And Chip running away with the star yet again. Still not on his head. Jax, meanwhile, coming around for 4 points. Jax just keeps right on going. Jax, also known as Ethan Alive, one of the skaters for the Detroit Riot. Chip, also longtime veteran of the Riot. Jax going to call it off. And it looks like Jack picked up 2 points. But Chip also stole 2 points there in that jam. And with that, the Black Fridays are on the board for 2 points. And I can't tell if that's a timeout for this track or that track. One of the disadvantages of having 2 tracks at once. And I guess everyone on the track was also confused because that is Vanessa, number 775, running away with lead jam for the Cyber Mondays. Star back on the jam line for the Black Fridays. And I guess when your name is Star, you're just going to have to wear the star sometimes. And Vanessa coming around for 4 and calls it off before Star can even get to the pack. Black Fridays held scoreless again. And we've got number 2, the Ringmaster, coming up to the jam line for the Cyber Mondays. I'll let you know who is skating for the Black Fridays as soon as I see her number. Oh, tangling with Rogue One at the front of the pack. It's number 89, Skating Not Hating, is going to be your lead jammer. Ringmaster not that far behind. Ringmaster, of course, longtime Derby ref, also coach for the Quad County Sideshow, and now making strides as a jammer in this all-gender scrimmage. Ringmaster coming up to the front of the pack. Skate Not Hating calls it off from the center. Skate Not Hating picking up 3 points there for the Black Fridays. And it looks like Ringmaster stole a point for the Cyber Mondays. That's going to bring Cyber Mondays up to 21. Black Fridays at 5. And this is a 16-point game, but of course 16 points is not much in the wonderful world of roller derby. All the Black Fridays need is a well-timed power jam or two to catapult them into the lead. We'll have to see if that happens with Jax putting the stop there on Anarchy in the front. Oh, and look at that, number 56, Temper, is going to be lead jammer. And making it look easy, Temper is coming around for 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Anarchy, meanwhile, still on that initial pass. Big hit to the center, courtesy of Vanessa. Anarchy takes a little bit of time getting up. Vanessa's going to force Anarchy to the back of that pack. And Temper, oh, that was pretty nice. Number 390 of the black team, Nasty, was going to try to force Temper behind, but one of Temper's teammates gets her out of the way in time. Both jammers put up 4, and Temper calls it, but that's going to almost double the Black Friday score, bringing them up to 9. Cyber Mondays at 29, now a 29-point bout, and we have just under 22 minutes left to go in this first half. So we've got a tight pack there to start out this jam. Oh, and jammer on blocker action there. Very nice. This jammer does not have a number on their back, so I can't tell you who they are. But I'll get there in a second. But I can tell you that the Cyber Mondays are putting up some great defense there at the front of the pack. Rogue and Bruiser coming around, and it is the Black Fridays with lead jammer. Cyber Mondays, meanwhile, Jammer still trapped in the pack. Ready, Set, Riot looking to pass the star to Rogue there, but she's got to get it through a multitude of blockers. The Black Jammer, meanwhile, has to fight her way past Bruiser and Fidget, and that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 points going on the board for the Black Fridays. Rogue One, meanwhile, has something tangled around her wheels. We don't know what that was, but and it is number 126, tearing up, is jamming for the Black Fridays. Finally got a chance to see her number. Tearing up, meanwhile, on a scoring tear here, as I don't see anybody with a star on their helmet for the Cyber Mondays. Tear 'em Up calls it. Looks like Tear 'em Up did score 3 more points there for the Black Fridays. That's going to even things up a bit. Black Fridays now at 16 points. Cyber Mondays at 29. And Skating Not Hating, number 89, back on the jam line for the Black Fridays. Going to be joined by Javelin, number 33 of the Cyber Mondays. Skating Not Hating of Javelin, and Javelin, of course, both longtime veterans of Kalamazoo Roller Derby, both competitors for a spot on Team Michigan this weekend. Ringmaster, meanwhile, giving Skating Not Hating a little trouble at the front of that pack. Javelin, meanwhile, coming up on her scoring pass. Nice hit there from Vanessa on Frau Bruiser. Javelin scores 4, calls it off. But Skating Not Hating did steal a point there for the Black Fridays. And we have Jax on the jam line yet again for the Cyber Mondays. Going to be joined by, I don't see a jammer out there for the Black Fridays. Oh, yes, I do. I lied. Jax diving around, eat, chip, and die, and he is going to be your lead jammer. Star, meanwhile, stuck in the middle of that pack. Chip trying to break things up there. Oh, and Jax just kind of bounces right off of Bam, coming around for 4. Star, meanwhile, still stuck in the middle there, taking a nice block there from the Cyber Mondays pivot. Eat, chip, and die, takes the star. He's still got to put it on his head, though. Jax scoring another 4 points there. Doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon. Cutter, meanwhile, forcing Chip to come in behind. Chip starting in a not so advantageous position. Chip just knocking blockers out of his path there. Oh, and Jax picks up a track cut. This is exactly what the Black Fridays need, a power jam. And this could be the chance they need to catch up on the scoreboard. Pack is at a standstill on turn 3 as Chip tries to make the most of this power jam. Just, I almost said elbow, but of course everyone knows you can't use elbows in roller derby. Still, the Cyber Mondays have forced him to the back of that pack. Looks like Chip's trying to take the middle, take the inside rather, and Chip has put 4 points on the board for the Black Fridays. Jax, meanwhile, fresh out of that penalty box and well rested, but Chip coming around for 4 points, and Jax also putting 4 points on the board. We could see some jammer on jammer action here, both jammers level. And nope, that's going to be the end. To 2 minutes is up. But the Black Fridays weren't able to cut too much into the Cyber Mondays lead. Black Fridays are now at 23, Cyber Mondays at 45. We have just over 15 minutes left in this first period. And this is Javelin number 33, jamming for the Cyber Mondays. And it's going to be, let's see, number 801, Anarchy, lead jammer for the Black Fridays. And Anarchy, of course, just getting off of about markdowns versus the Price Slashers. And Anarchy did quite a bit of jamming in that game for the for the markdowns, but it looks like she hasn't worn out a bit. 4 points going on the board there for the Black Fridays. Javelin, meanwhile, has to get around Fra Blocker there, coming around for 4. That's going to be the jam. And Anarchy did steal one more point there for the Black Fridays in that jam. And we've got our first official time out of this bout. And if you're having a good time, make sure you stick around for the 8:20 game. That is going to be the third and final game of the evening here on track 2. That is going to be the Line Cutters versus the winner of Hot Items versus Midnight Madness. And of course, I didn't see that bout. Not sure who that's going to be. Line Cutters must have gotten a bye for the first round. And on track 1 at 8:20, we're going to see the Bargain Hunters versus the Markdowns. So I'm no mathematician, but I'm pretty sure that's going to mean Anarchy here will be skating in 3 bouts in a row this evening. And this is only the first day of a derby-filled black and blue weekend. I see the jam timer's arm up. This must mean we're back into action. Timeout's over. And jamming for the Cyber Mondays, we have number 44, Fidget. She's going to be your lead jammer. Number 47 is out there jamming for the Black Fridays. That is Ningingo. And both jammers out there for the first time this bout. Fidget, meanwhile, run into some serious trouble at the back of that pack, courtesy of Bam and Avery. And we have a star pass, number 2, Ringmaster, running away with the star just as Gringo gets out of the pack. Oh, neither jammer is lead. We're going to go the full 2 minutes on this one, sports fans. But that doesn't stop anyone from scoring points. And Gringo is coming around for 4 points for the Black Fridays. Ringmaster, meanwhile, taking a knee to the outside, kind of skidding on one knee there. Oh, he's got to recycle all the way to the back of the pack there, courtesy of Daisy Doom. Gringo, meanwhile, trapped behind a wall of Mondays. Ringmaster coming around for 4. Anarchy looking to break up that wall of white there for Gringo. Ringmaster not slowing down too much, coming around for another scoring pass. He sees a hole and runs with it, but not before getting hit by the invisible blocker in the middle. And remember, and Gringo getting called to the penalty box. This is going to be a power jam for the Cyber Mondays. Oh, the jam's over. Ringmaster did score 2 more points there for the Mondays, and that's going to put them in the power start for this next jam, and they're putting number 21, Jax, back on the jam line. Pack is somewhat split up here. Oh, never mind, I spoke too soon. Jack has to get past, skating, not hating, and get back, get through he does. Jax is going to be your lead jammer. Skating, not hating, coming back to rejoin the back, but she's got She has Jax in her sights, and it is pivot on blocker, but Skate Not Hating knows when she has to let him go, and that's 4 points going on the board there for Jax. Jax determined to make the most of this power jam, while Gringo is stuck in the box. And he's coming up against Skate Not Hating yet again, and yet again. 4 more points going on the board for those Cyber Mondays. Skate Not Hating takes the star from Gringo, and Skate Not Hating's longer to say, but it's easier to say, so. And, well, never mind. Jax, very easy to say, coming around for 4 points. Jax always makes it look so easy every year here at Black and Blue. It takes a little hit to the outside there, courtesy of Frau. And yet another 4 points on the board for the Cyber Mondays. Skate Not Hating, meanwhile, manages to score 4 for the Black Fridays. Jax coming up against that pack, coming up to the pack again, scores another 4 points and calls it off. I forgot to keep track of how many points were in that jam, but that was a spectacular jam, courtesy of Jax of the Cyber Mondays. That's going to put the Cyber Mondays up to 75, Black Fridays at 42, and we have just a few seconds left in this period. Time for one more jam, and we have star number 69 back on the jam line for the Black Fridays. Number 33, Javelin, wearing the star for the Cyber Mondays. Javelin, meanwhile, coming up to the pack. She finds a hole on the inside, takes it. Javelin is going to be lead jammer. Star, meanwhile, not going to be lead jammer. Oh, pivot on blocker in the pack as Chip tangles with Daisy Doob. And Javelin's going to hit it and quit it. Score 4 and call it off. And that is going to be intermission, everyone. We'll see you in 5. Don't forget to join us back here after this bout for the next game. We're going to have the Line Cutters versus either the Hot Items or the Midnight Madness. Not totally sure who won that one, but we'll find out. Stick around. I will be back in just 5 minutes. My home team is split, but I announce for Lansing quite a bit as well.
Okay. Any other broadcasts besides this? Not radio or anything?
Oh no, I'm a teacher. I've been announcing roller derby for 9 years now,
Have you
but
really?
it's not. I don't have any experience doing anything else. Just talking in front of a classroom, you know.
Well, that's a great experience. So, well, good.
And I played roller derby myself for 6 years before I started announcing, so I already understood the game.
Gotcha.
And I know a lot of the skaters, like, 'cause I do like I've done Black and Blue every year for.
And that's what this tournament?
Yep, it's
okay.
Lansing's been hosting this since like 2010. I mean, because of COVID, they couldn't do it for a couple of years, but like I used to skate in it when I was a skater, and then I started announcing.
Okay.
Yeah, and I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
Well, good.
Yeah.
So where are all these teams from?
Well, all the skaters here are from. There's some people here from Kalamazoo Roller Derby, Lansing Roller Derby. Obviously has a lot of skaters here. Flint's got a So we're lining up. Intermission is over. We're getting back into action. And we're going to start this second half. Cyber Mondays in the lead with 79. Black Fridays trailing at 46. It is a 33-point game. And we have Jax back on the jam line for the Cyber Mondays. And he is going to be your lead jammer. Somebody, I'm not sure who, looking to get the star pass there. It is number 390, Nasty, jamming for the Black Fridays. And meanwhile, Jax is coming around on his first scoring pass, putting 4 points on the board for the Cyber Mondays. Jax coming around for another scoring pass, and the Fridays kind of all up on the inside. Jax scores 4 more, calls it, holding the Black Friday scoreless, and that's going to bring the Cyber Mondays up to 87, just 13 points below the first century mark of this bout. Black Friday still at 46, and the Black Fridays have put star number 69 on the jam line, and we have Javelin 33 jamming for the Cyber Mondays. 5-on-5, nobody's in the penalty box just yet. And Javelin hitting that pack in the middle, looks like. And she's got to get past one more black blocker. And Javelin is going to be your lead jammer. Star, meanwhile, still fighting her way through that pack. She's got to get past Vanessa and Demolition there. And Javelin is coming around for 4. Star, meanwhile, stuck on that initial pass, trying to get the star pass. Cyber Mondays, of course, do their best to block that star pass. Javelin is zigging and zagging around that track. Now in the middle, and it looks like Anarchy has forced Javelin all the way back to the pack again. Javelin, of course, longtime skater for Kalamazoo Roller Derby, and a competitor for a coveted spot on Team Michigan. We will have Team Michigan tryouts Sunday this year. Javelin, meanwhile, coming around for another 4 points. Looks like we got a star pass from the Black Fridays there. Javelin coming around for another scoring pass. 1, 2, 3, 4 more points going on the board for Javelin. Anarchy, meanwhile, trying to get that star on her helmet before Javelin can score more points. Star and tear him up, meanwhile, doing their best to keep Javelin back. Nope. Javelin can't be held back, and somewhere in there, Javelin crossed the century mark with 103 points for the Cyber Mondays. Black Fridays at 46. Javelin just determined to take that lead and run with it. Jam is called off. And the jam ref is calling a track cut on Anarchy, and because Anarchy is holding the jammer panty, she is the jammer. That means this is going to be a power jam for the Cyber Mondays, and that is exactly what they don't need at this juncture. Cyber Mondays in healthy lead at 103. Black Fridays trailing at 46, and we have just over 16 minutes left in this second half. And dodging and ducking and weaving, Cutter is going to be lead jammer. Cutter coming around on that scoring pass. Nin Gringo going to try to keep her back there. And that's 4 more points on the board for the Cyber Mondays. Anarchy, meanwhile, still cooling those wheels in the penalty box. I spoke too quickly. Anarchy is now out of the penalty box. Passing the star to Eat, Chip, and Die. Starting the jam out with a star pass. Jax and Rogue, meanwhile, doing their best to block that star pass. Oh, Chip's got it. And Chip's got the star. Going to put it on his head here. There we go. And just as Cutter calls it off, Black Friday's held scoreless in that jam. Cutter, meanwhile, putting 3 more points on the board for the Cyber Mondays. And tear 'em up, meanwhile, keeping her blockers together at the front of the pack. She's got the white jammer in her sights. Number 89, meanwhile, skating not hating on the jam line for the Black Fridays. Number 775, Vanessa out there jamming for those Cyber Mondays. And it's Vanessa is going to be your lead jammer. Skating not hating, meanwhile, looking to get the Star Pass. Star Pass achievement unlocked. It is 390. Nasty gonna be jamming for the Black Fridays. Vanessa takes a hit to the outside from Tear 'em Up, calls it off. Black Fridays held scoreless in that jam. It looks like the refs have to have a little confab over just how many points Cutter scored in that jam. I'm not sure. I guess we'll know when the scoreboard changes, won't we? So we have Jax lining up on the jam line there for the Cyber Monday. It's going to be joined by Star 69 of the Black Fridays. And Jack's taking a bit of a different strategy in this jam. Pack is huddled up on the jam line. Oh, I spoke too quickly. Jack's just going by Jack's using that grace and speed we know him for. He's going to become lead jammer. Star, meanwhile, still working her way through on that initial pass. She's got to get past Ready, Set, Riot, and Jax takes the whole... Oh, never mind. Jax picked up a track cut. This is going to be a power jam for the Black Fridays. Star is still on her initial pass there. I almost said scoring pass, but we're not quite there yet. Nice bridging there from Ready, Set, Riot of the Cyber Mondays. Eat, Chip, and Die doing a little coaching there. Eat, Chip, and Die, of course, longtime coach for the Downriver Roller Dolls. And Chip, of course, Derby fans, of course, know Chip does a little bit of everything in roller derby. When he's not coaching, he is a skater for the Detroit Riot, occasionally refs and even announces every now and again. I had the pleasure of announcing with him at Mitten Kittens last month. That was quite a bit of fun. Jax, meanwhile, is out of that penalty box looking to add to that score. Oh no, Jax is called out yet again. I didn't see what penalty, but this is going to be another power jam for the Black Fridays. And let's see if they can make a little... No, I do not believe that Star has managed to get out of this pack yet. I think she is still on that initial pass. Rogue looking to keep her from advancing. That's going to be the jam. We went the full 2 minutes on that one, I do believe. I guess that timeout was for the other team. This is Skating Not Hating on the jam line for the Black Fridays. Ringmaster has to let her go. She's going to be your lead jammer. Jax, meanwhile, finished serving that penalty. So power jam over. Skating Not Hating, meanwhile, coming around for 4. Jax, of course, starting this jam on his initial pass. And nice recycling there, courtesy of the Black Friday. Skating Not Hating coming around for another 4 points. 12-point jam already for Skating Not Hating. Jax finally out of that pack. Skating Not Hating not ready to call it off just yet. Gets past the Ringmaster, and that's 20-point jam for Skating Not Hating. Jax, meanwhile, coming around on that first scoring pass. And that's going to be 4 points on the board there for Jax. Skating Not Hating, meanwhile, getting hung up in the pack there by Demolition. She calls it off. The Skating Not Hating did steal 1 more point there. So nice 21-point jam there for Skating Not Hating. And again, Skating Not Hating, no stranger to the star. She is a longtime skater for Kalamazoo Roller Derby, doing a lot of jamming, first as Jesse's Girl, and lately as Skating Not Hating, also a contender this year for a spot on Team Michigan. We have Star 69 back on the jam line for the Black Fridays. Going to be joined by number 43, Daisy Doom, jamming for the Cyber Mondays. Daisy Doom, meanwhile, getting hung up by Maddox Avery, and Avery's got to let her go. Daisy Doom is going to be your lead jammer. Star 69, meanwhile, getting stuck in the back of that pack there from Cutter and Temper and Rogue, all kind of ganging up there in the back of the pack. Tear him up, meanwhile, trying to get lined up with her team. Gonna trying to keep Daisy Doom trapped. And Daisy Doom, after a very hard fought initial pass, she will be your lead jammer. Star, meanwhile, passing the Star over to Eat, Chip, and Die. And like a Eat, Chip, and Die again, skater for the Detroit Riot, Michigan's only men's derby team. And still doesn't have the star on his head. That's going to be the jam. Looks like Daisy Doom picked up 4 more points there for the Cyber Mondays. That's going to bring the Cyber Mondays up to 124. Black Fridays at 59. At least no one can say the Cyber Mondays have a case of the Mondays. Oh, God, even I groaned at that one. We have number 33, Javelin, back on the jam line for the Cyber Mondays. Going to be joined by Anarchy, number 801 for the Black Fridays. Anarchy, of course, got 1 more bout to go after this one on track. No, it's this track. Line Cutters is going to be playing the markdowns right after this on track 1. Oh, and Javelin getting called out on a forearm. This is going to be a power jam for the Black Fridays, and Anarchy is going to be your lead jammer. And Anarchy coming up against Demolition in that pack. She's got to get past Fidget and the Ringmaster before she can score any points in this jam. Cutter also going to come in to assist. And there she goes. Anarchy has put 1, 2, 3, 4 points on the board for the Black Fridays, taking full advantage of this power jam. And Anarchy comes up against Ringmaster. Ringmaster forcing her to the back. She decides to call it off just as Javelin gets released from that penalty box. And looks like she put 2 more points on the board for the Black Fridays, bringing them up to 65. Cyber Mondays now at 124, and we have just over 6 minutes left in this bout, doing slightly shorter periods in this tournament. We do have a lot of bouts to play this weekend and only have the building for so long each night, so keeping things a little tighter, a little shorter with each bout. Jax, number 21, back on the jam line for the Cyber Mondays, and surprising no one, Jax is going to be lead jammer. We have number 10, not sure who that is. I don't have her on my roster. Number 10 of the Black Fridays. Looking to get a star pass. Oh, yep, Eat and Chip and Die. Doing quite a bit of pivoting this weekend, taking the star. We have a little jammer on jammer action there. On the turn, both Jax and Chip, of course, skaters for Team Michigan. Chip takes a tumble there. And Jax coming around on the scoring pass. Scooting right around number 10, Smash. That's going to be the jam. We got Ready Set Riot, number 88, back on the jam line for the Cyber Mondays. Going to be joined by 89, Skating Not Hating of the Black Fridays. And right away, we got pivot on pivot action there as Javelin tangles with Nasty there at the front of the pack. Ready, set, no, Skating Not Hating, meanwhile, is going to be your lead jammer. I forgot for a second which team Ready, Set, Riot was on. Sorry. Ready, Set, Riot looking to get the star pass to Javelin there in the middle of the pack. Black Fridays, of course, looking to block that pass. Skating Not Hating. Meanwhile, on that initial pass, skating around her teammate Javelin. She's coming around for 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Star Pass achievement unlocked. It's Kalamazoo versus Kalamazoo on the jam line as Javelin takes the star. And Skating Not Hating signaling her teammates to keep that pack moving fast. Skating Not Hating calls it off just as Javelin comes around for 4. Skating Not Hating did pick up 2 more points there for the Black Fridays. We have just under 4 minutes left to go in this bout. Black Fridays at 71, Cyber Mondays at 136. And also, I have some MVP prizes up here, so after the bout ends, I will be asking each team for their MVPs, so start thinking about that. Meanwhile, number 21, Jax of the Cyber Mondays, is going to be your lead jammer. And Tear 'em Up, number 126, stuck in the pack there. Oh, I spoke too quickly. Tear 'em Up is out. She will not be your lead jammer. Jax, meanwhile, getting hit to the outside, calls it off. Jax did pick up 2 points there on that jam. Black Fridays held scoreless. 3 minutes left to go. And we have Skating Not Hating, number 89, back on the jam line for the Black Fridays. Not quite sure who for the Cyber Mondays yet. I'll tell you when I see. Skating Not Hating's got to get past Cutter and Demolition. Demolition, of course, fresh off of the Markdowns versus Price Cutters bout. And number 56 on the jam line, that's Temper for the Cyber Mondays. Skating Not Hating, meanwhile, is going to be your lead jammer. Temper coming around on that first pass. Skating Not Hating makes eye contact with her and calls it off. Double goose egg on that jam. We've got Jax coming back to the jam line for the Cyber Mondays. Going to be joined by Tear 'em Up, number 126 of the Black Fridays. And we got a little jammer on jammer love. Nice long hug there on the jam line. That's just a reminder, no matter what team you're on, all of the competitiveness and animosity stays on the track. Roller derby is getting bigger all the time, but still a small community, and we all have that derby love for each other. Jack's gonna be your lead jammer, and Tear 'em Up not too far behind. Jax flips around to make eye contact. They're both facing each other on the track ever since they changed the rules to let you skate backwards. Oh, and then there's another jammer hug. We love to see it. And we're getting just time for one, maybe 2 more bouts. No, 1, maybe 2 more jams in this bout with just 48 seconds left on the clock. Let's see who we have on the jam line. It is number 2, Ringmaster, out there jamming for the Cyber Mondays. Can't see who is. Oh, that is somebody whose number starts with a 1-4. That is Bam, taking the star for the first time for the Black Fridays. And Ringmaster getting called out on an elbow. Oh, it is so much fun to call out a ref when they're skating for penalties. This is going to be a power jam for the Black Fridays. And it's up to Bam, number 149, to put some points on the board for her team in this possibly final jam of the bout. She is tangling up at the front of the pack with Jax. But Bam gets through, coming around for 4. Coming up against that wall of white at the front of the pack. Ringmaster, meanwhile, coming out of that penalty box hot. Star's going to force him to the back of the pack right along with Nasty. Ringmaster looking for that hole. Nasty's going to force him to the back yet again. Ringmaster looking to get the Star pass, but it pivots all the way at the front of the pack. And Bam scored 4 more points there for the Black Fridays. Bam tangling with Jax there in the middle of the pack. Ringmaster puts the Star back on his head. Won't be lead jammer, obviously. And Bam puts 4 more points on the board there for the Black Fridays. That's going to be the game. Our unofficial final is 79 Black Fridays, Cyber Mondays 138. I think it's safe to say that the Cyber Mondays in white have won this bout. Still, a lot of fun and great job to both teams. Remember, we do have MVP prizes for this bout, so I will be accepting each team's picks for MVP, blocker, and jammer anytime. And don't forget, stick around on this track. Coming right up, we have the Line Cutters in purple versus the winner of Midnight Madness versus Hot Items. And I was on the other track during that bout, so I'm not quite sure who that's going to be. Oh, we got our final score up. It's the Black Fridays 83, Cyber Mondays 138. Great job, both teams.